Hello viewers, I am Jason Chako from India. It's written in the Bible, the Word of God, in the very first chapter, in verse 27, Genesis chapter 1, verse 27. So God created man in His own image. Man was created in the very image of God. In the image of God, He created him. Male and female, He created them. Then God blessed them, and God said to them, "Be fruitful and multiply. Fill the earth and subdue it." So God created man as male and female, because God found that it was not good that a man should be alone. And so God took a rib from man and covered it with flesh and gave life to the woman, and thus He gave the woman as a helpmate to the man. So it was God's plan that a man should not be alone, but they should be husband and wife, male and female, and that the husband and wife should live together, help together, and procreate and multiply and fill the earth. So the institution of marriage is instituted or originated by God. So marriage was not man's plan, it was God's idea and God's plan. So marriage is sacred to all. So that is why it's written in the Bible that marriage is honorable among all. So marriage is God ordained, God instituted institution. It is honorable to all. It is honorable among all kinds of people. And then it is written, the marriage bed should be undefiled. So according to God's plan, one man should have one woman as his helpmate. So a husband should have one wife, and the wife should have only one husband. That is God's plan for the entire human race. And no one is exempted. Man should have wife, and wife should have husband. And it is also written that they are not two but one. And what God has joined together, let not man separate. So husband and wife, one husband and one wife. Not one woman with many husbands. It is a sin. Nor one man with many wives. It is also a sin. But God's plan is one husband and one wife. In this world, they should live together. Husband should love his wife, and the wife should love her husband. And husband should be faithful to the wife, and the wife should be faithful to her husband only. And God commanded them to multiply. So it was God who gave them the ability to multiply. So God gave them sex so that they can enjoy and they can procreate and they can multiply. So sex is something ordained by God which is to be exercised only in marriage relationship. That is why it is written, marriage is honorable among all, and marriage bed undefiled. So when a husband comes to the marriage bed, he should be undefiled, and when a wife comes to the marriage bed, she should be undefiled. That means she should be faithful only to her husband, and he should be faithful to his wife. That is God's original plan. So this sex is a beautiful and great gift from God to be exercised among husband and wife only. But the Satan, evil one, the destroyer, has perverted it. Now we see the perversion in all over the world. It is written in the Bible that God will judge adulterers and fornicators. Adultery is the sin of being unfaithful to one's husband or to one's wife. It is the sin of a man going after, lusting after other women other than his wife. And it is a sin of a wife going after, lusting after other men other than her husband. And that is a perversion, and that is a sin that is destructive, and God will judge adulterers. The world is full of adultery now. Then another sin along with adultery is fornication. It is the unlawful relationship, sexual immoral relationship of unmarried people. Such a sin God will, young men living with so many girls, so many women, young women living with so many men. This is a sin, and God will judge them. So the beautiful and God-given gift of sex is something to be exercised between a husband and a wife only. Now the evil one has perverted it, and he has spread, the evil one has spread the web of deception, the web of temptation all around the world. He has spread the web of temptation all around the world so as to tempt people to commit adultery and fornication. That is where he uses so many women who are adulterers, who are prostitutes, who are sinful, to tempt people and to commit them adultery. So he uses, and such people, such women, becoming the tools of Satan, and they expose their body partly or fully. Thereby they tempt people, tempt men to commit adultery, and thereby leading them to hell, leading them to eternal destruction in hell. The ways of an adulteress leads to hell. It's written in the Bible. In the Proverbs it is clearly written. One who goes to an adulteress is going to Hades, is going to death, going to a trap, and the end of it is hell. Now we see the Satan's trap all around the world. As per God's rule, God's instruction, a woman has to cover her body. She is permitted to expose her nakedness only before her husband. And outside, when she is outside, when she is before other people, she is supposed to cover her body properly. But what do we see now? We see now everywhere, especially in the Western world, women exposing their body partially or fully, and leads people to commit sin and adultery, or tempt them to lust after the naked body. So we see such an exhibition of nakedness in the newspapers. We see that in the magazines. We see that on the TV. We see that in the internet. So everywhere Satan has spread his web to trap people and to lead them to sin. So a godly woman should never expose her body in public. A pure woman should never expose her body in public. She has to cover it as much as possible.